Highland Nilotes. The ancestors of the present day, Kalenjin people of Kenya would appear to have started migrating into East Africa during the last millennium BC. They spread over a wide area covering much of north and western Kenya and the Rift Valley, gradually absorbing the southern Kushites and displacing them as the dominant culture, except where the latter held out in a few remote and isolated pockets. But many of these Highland Nilotes communities of the extreme south and west were later to be absorbed by Bantu migrants from the south and west during the first millennium AD. Three groups, however, retained their distinctive languages and culture: Kalenjin, Tatoga, and Kenya Kadam. Tatoga were in northern Tanzania, where they coexisted with hunters and ancestors of the Aramanic and the Sanjo, expanding later into the Mbulu and Singida areas, absorbing or influencing other communities and finally being swallowed up by the advancing Bantu-speaking Nyaturu and others. Kenya Kadam spread from east to west across the low, dry country between Mount Kenya and Mount Elgon, and were later absorbed by the plain Nilotes moving into these parts. Kalenjin were the largest of this group and appear to have benefited from their situation in the western highlands of Kenya, where they were able to consolidate and then expand unhindered by other groups. These were the ancestors of the modern Pokot, Sebe, Marakwet, Elgeyo, Tugen, Nandi, and Kipsigis. Their evolution as a distinct group dates from the early parts of the second millennium AD. As they moved out and expanded, they came into contact with different people, and so began the process of adaptation and absorption again. The Pokot, to the north, became heavily involved with the Karamoyong Tiso group, while the Nandi, to the south, acquired a distinct way of life that owed much to the Usingishu Maasai.